Hi, friends! We have been talking about Jesus's miracles, and we are going to keep talking about that today. But first, we're going to say our memory verse. Remember, our memory verse is Proverbs 3:5, and it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." And these are the motions that we do. We say, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." Proverbs 3:5. Keep practicing that so you can remember it by the end of the month. Last week, we talked about Jesus healing sick people and even bringing a little girl back from the dead. This week, we're going to find out what happens when Jesus and his friends are in a boat in the middle of the storm and Jesus's friends are feeling scared. So we're going to read the captain of the storm from our Jesus Storybook Bible. The sun was going down. The air was warm and still. "Let's go across the lake," Jesus said to his friends. Jesus had been helping people all day, and now he was tired. So they left the crowds at the shore and set out on a small fishing boat. Jesus climbed into the boat to take a nap. As soon as his head touched the pillow, he fell fast asleep. It was a beautiful evening. A gentle breeze rustled the sails. The friends were chatting happily as they headed out into the middle of the lake. Everything was perfect, just right for a nice, quiet sail. They were only about halfway across when out of nowhere whirling winds swept across the lake, fierce and strong like a hurricane. A blinding flash of lightning lit up the sky. Thunder roared right overhead. The storm blew the water into towering waves that hurled the little boat up, 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 then sent it hurtling, crashing back, down, down, down. The fishing boat was blown and buffeted and tossed and turned back and forth and up and down and left and right and round and round. And in the middle of the storm, Jesus was sleeping. Now, Jesus' friends had been fishermen all their lives, but in all their years fishing on this lake, they had never once seen a storm like this one. No matter how hard they struggled with their ropes and sails, they couldn't control their boat. This storm was too big for them. But the storm wasn't too big for Jesus. "Help!" they screamed. "Wake up! Quick, Jesus!" Jesus opened his eyes. "Rescue us! Save us!" they shrieked. "Don't you care?" Of course Jesus cared, and this was the very reason he had come, to rescue them and save them. Jesus stood up and spoke to the storm. "Hush," he said, and that's all. And a strange thing happened. The wind and the waves recognized Jesus' voice. They had heard it before, of course. It was the same voice that made them in the very beginning. They listened to Jesus and they did what he said. Immediately, the wind stopped. The water calmed down. It glittered innocently in the moonlight and lapped quietly against the side of the boat as if nothing had happened. The little boat bobbed gently up and down. There was a deep stillness and a great quiet all around. Then Jesus turned to his wind-torn friends. "Why were you scared?" he asked. "Did you forget who I am? Did you believe your fears instead of me?" Jesus' friends were quiet. as quiet as the wind and the waves, and into their hearts came a different kind of storm. What kind of man is this? They asked themselves anxiously. Even the winds and the waves obey him. They said because they didn't understand, they didn't realize yet that Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus' friends had been so afraid they had only seen the big waves. They had forgotten that if Jesus was with them, then they had nothing to be afraid of, no matter how small their boat or how big their storm. Wow, it is so amazing that Jesus was able to calm the storm so quickly with just one word. Jesus' friends were feeling scared, but Jesus was there and he helped them. Did you know that Jesus is always with you? Jesus cares about you and he cares about how you're feeling. So when you have big feelings, ask Jesus for help and he will help you. Have a good week, friends.